Hello, my friends! Today is my YouTube channel's 4th birthday, so thank you everybody who has been with me from the start and all of you who are new. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Today I'm going to be doing a random mani challenge. So I'm only going to use my stamping polish collection for this round. So I have 2 racks behind me, 2 rows on my polish wall, and I have about 166 stamping polishes. So I'm going to choose 3 stamping polishes plus black and white, and then I'm going to pick 2 stamping plates out of my collection, and then we're going to see what happens. So our first polish is number 88, and our second polish is number 73, and our third polish is number 79. Oops. I have 9 stamping plate bins, and each bin holds about 80 plates. If I have less than 80, I'm just going to cycle back around. So let's pick out 2 different bin numbers to choose from. Bin number 7 and bin number 6. In bin number 7, I'm going to find plate number 75. And in bin number 6, I'm going to pick plate number 19. Okay, let's find them. Here were the polishes that I ended up with. I have Tangerine Taffeta, Orange Burst, and Boogie Nights. So a very warm orange palette here. These are really similar polishes, so this is gonna be kind of difficult. Okay, here is bin number 7. I'm looking for plate number 75. Okay, 75. I have a miscategorized, I mean, not really. I have a kawaii section, but this is categorized under travel, so I guess this is a travel plate. Kawaii emoji, Bundle Monster XL321. And bin number 6 is MXM, looking for number 19. 19, we have MXM 117, which is a Zodiac plate. Okay, so here's what we're working with. Thinking let's just start off with some medium almond tips. I had to go make myself a cup of tea, and I don't even like tea. That's how bad this is. It was difficult for me to think of something. Look how cool this cup is. You can like see through it. Isn't that neat? All right, it's just burdock root. So I think I have an idea that I am going to do like different zodiac signs on vacation. And I was thinking like, you know, Virgo with the little hat. I don't know. So I don't have it like totally fleshed out in my mind, but I put down a white base here, and I was thinking about doing kind of a smush or like an ombre. So my color palette is incredibly limited. I basically have 2 colors here. I was kind of going back and forth whether I should do an ombre of these 2 oranges, but they're so similar. I'm not even sure if it would look different. So I figured, because I want to do a little bit of reverse stamping to make this kind of interesting, I'm going to mix like a bunch of white in with this to kind of like soften these colors. Boogie Nights is one of my favorite stamping polishes, by the way. I just think it's useful for so many things. I'm going to kind of do like that. It's sort of fiery. Another thing I was doing while I was waiting for my tea to brew is I put this Frosted Freesia cuticle oil on, which came with the box of Mary. Oh my god, it smells so good. When are they going to invent smell-o-vision, huh? Let me know if in the comments if you think this is unfair or cheating, but I'm going to add a little bit of glitter to this because I feel like sometimes these, like the random manis are always flat creams, and I don't know, I just want to add a little glitter this time. So, okay, I just use a little bit of this Sally Hansen Crystal Top Coat, which has like an orangey kind of glitter in there, which I think is really pretty. All right, and to make the background a little more interesting, you know, I'm big on backgrounds. I'm gonna pick up some of these stars in white, I believe. I'm tempted to do the Boogie Nights, but let's start with this. I'm gonna add some smudge-free top coat to this. Okay, I'm thinking like, I actually don't know much about the zodiacs. I'm a Virgo, and I know that we're beautiful. So I'm probably gonna do like the little cute hat and something kind of girly with the Virgo. And then Pisces kind of seems obvious that it's gonna be this little nautical thing. Kind of tempted to do the beach, but I'm just gonna stick with this guy. Okay. Are you admiring my Christmas nails? I went kind of crazy. Yesterday was the DAR Christmas potluck, white elephant. And DAR is the Daughters of the American Revolution. It is a ladies' social group, and it's not political and it's not religious. It's just based on genealogy. So you have to have had an ancestor who was involved in the Revolutionary War in some way, whether they were a soldier involved in the conflict, or if they were just assisting, like, you know, for example, I had some ancestors that made guns and stuff like that. So I have several ancestors who were in the Revolutionary War or involved in it, mostly from the Hartford area. So yeah, you just have to prove your lineage, which is really fun. I enjoy looking at my family tree and stuff. And I'm learning about history because everybody in the group is, you know, kind of a history buff. That's kind of the appeal of it. And then also kind of the main function of the group is to help veterans. So just honoring veterans or current patriots who are, you know, enlisted people. So we do a lot of volunteer work and charity and stuff for them. But yeah, it's pretty nice. It's, you know, mostly older ladies. I'm getting to be one of them as well. But yeah, it's always fun. The little potluck is always fun, and I love potlucks. I made a historical dessert called Indian pudding, which is a colonial recipe that my ancestors enjoyed. So I think that's pretty cool. I have ancestry from the Mayflower and also an Indian chief, a native chief, however you want to say it. I'm not sure if he was Narragansett or Wampanoag, but his name was John Hayano, and he was also at the very first Thanksgiving, so perhaps they enjoyed the Indian pudding as well at Thanksgiving, I don't know. But Indian refers to corn, so back in the day, corn was sort of a general catch-all word for grain. So kind of like how we say like whole wheat grain, you know, we kind of drop the grain, so we would just say whole wheat and we would know what we're talking about. So in a lot of old recipes and even wills and stuff, you'll see just the word Indian, but this is referring to corn. So the way you make Indian pudding is mostly milk and cornmeal and molasses, and then you bake it for like 3 hours. So I've made it 3 times now, and I love it. It's really, really unusual. I'll put the recipe in the description if anyone's interested. But the reason I brought that up, not just because it's topical, Christmassy or whatever, but this kind of ties in with these vacation plates, because I'd really like to go up to Connecticut and visit some of my ancestors' graves and stuff. And I also just found out my husband has ancestry in the Hartford area as well, which is a big coincidence. But it's December now, and I'm thinking maybe it's not the best time to go up to Connecticut. I don't know. The only other time I was in New England previously was also in the winter, and it was really beautiful, and you know, you kind of have the place to yourself, which is not bad, but yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking probably we won't go this year, but that would be cool. Okay, where are you, Pisces? Let's do this one here. And then should I put like the word? I'm thinking, yeah, why not? That. Let me add some more of like these little wavy things here. Yeah, I like that. Okay, very cute. Next, I'm going to do Virgo, because that's the only idea I have at the moment. Okay, I'm adding my little Virgo hat here. And again, that sort of like scraping sound is Sam doing his purring. That's how birds purr. At least he's content. It's always something with him. Okay, that's cute. I think it needs like some more hearts or something. That. No, change my mind. I'm gonna try to bend it just a little bit. There we go. Okay, what else? So we have Cancer. I wish there was like a little crab on here, but there's not. I guess I could go there on the beach. Libra kind of reminds me of anchors, but we already have this boat. Gemini twins. Could be like a camera, you know, like selfie twins. Okay, so maybe that, because these look like triplets. I'm kind of tempted to do this, but there's 3 of them. So, okay, yeah, we have Aquarius too. Maybe I should have done that for, for the boat. Whoops. And then, oh yeah, Sagittarius also kind of looks like an anchor. Leo. Okay, I'm gonna do Gemini as the like selfie or whatever, the camera, like duplicate. I don't know. It makes sense in my head. Let me know if that makes sense to you. And then it has it like the images combined already over here. I know that looks kind of wonky, but this is going to be off the nail, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, it's looking pretty cute. I need to make sure this is positioned correctly. Perfect. It's been known to happen. before I do anything else, so I don't forget. Okay, I don't really have any better ideas, so I'm gonna do the map. I guess my only thought is like, oh, it's gonna look weird that it's orange, but I mean, who cares? Kind of a calico map here. I'm hoping it looks like a map. And then like, this is extremely like nitpicky, but I wanted to add just like a little bit more color onto the map there. Like, I don't know, maybe it's a mountain range or something, like topographical, right? Yeah, it looks a little better. What did we say this was? Aquarius? I literally forgot. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fine. Why am I holding that? You know, I'm thinking, is that gonna fit? Let me put the word first and see where it fits before I do that. Okay, yeah, and then I'm gonna like bend this. So I'm gonna start it there. Oops, I'm like poking it with my nail. Like that, perfect. Did I like poke the heck out of that? I can't even see what happened. It's fine, it looks fine, it's fine. And yeah, I guess this one. There we go. And now we just add a top coat. Make sure you make a huge mess. There you go. I bet you never saw a mani like that before. That was pretty challenging, but I think it came together in the end. I was almost for a second there thinking about redoing my random selection there, but just so you know, I've never actually done that. I never chicken out. So I got some little schmutz stuck in the top coat there, unfortunately, but otherwise, what do you think? Pretty cute. What would you have done differently? Do you think you would have had some better ideas to pull off a more cohesive look? We basically only had two colors because these are practically the same. So I pretty much only used this tangerine teaser or taffeta, tangerine taffeta. I didn't really use orange burst. So we had Boogie Nights and black and white, and that was it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And if you'd like to see more of these random mani challenges in the future, make sure you subscribe and like this video, yada, yada, yada. And until next time.
Hello, my friends, I'm glad you stopped by. Let's have something fun and